Hello ladies and welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie Lopez and I help ladies to create a healthy relationship with mind, body and food, while I also share with you lifestyle, being a single mom of 3 kids and having a regular job and becoming an influencer entrepreneur. So as you already know, today's video is gonna be about I changed my life, and I'm gonna share with you the 5 things that totally transformed my life and helped me to be the person that I am today. So without further ado, let's go to the video. So this is not a tip, but this is like thing number 1. So the thing number 1 to totally change my life was moving to the United States. So I am from Puerto Rico and I am living in Puerto Rico again, but at some point I did move to Virginia because I was in a point of my life where I really needed a change, and I always wanted to move to the United States. That I always knew that Puerto Rico is not my home. And for years I kept making excuses of why I shouldn't move, and I finally took that decision to move. And I'm proud I did that because it took me out of my comfort zone, and it really made me fucking strong, guys. Like the things that I had to go through when I was living there, which by the way I just filmed my story on a previous a few minutes ago on a Get Ready With Me, so that video should be live already. You can go watch the story. The change of personalities, culture, town, like the change of everything completely shift the way I think, the way I do things, and it made me see that I am actually capable to do things that I didn't know I was able to do. Because in Puerto Rico I was in my comfort zone because I have my parents and he always support me and help me on everything, but over there I was completely alone. So that means that I had to do everything my own, and I had to figure it out, and I did things that I didn't know I was capable to do. So that totally changed my life. It was a complete 360 degrees change, girl. So moving to a whole nother country was definitely the best decision that I made. It was not an easy one, it was not an easy life, not the best life, it was totally not what I thought it was gonna be, but it was the best thing that did happen to me. So the second thing that I did that completely changed my life was to decide to finally start my own business. So when I moved back to Puerto Rico, I was sitting on a couch and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure. I have failed as a mom, as a human, as a woman, as everything. But this is not home. I immediately knew as soon as I stepped in there. As I stepped in the airport in Puerto Rico, I knew Puerto Rico was not my home, but I needed to like get my life together, fix things, and get a plan and do something that will help me to go back home one day eventually. And I knew that A, it needed to be start my own business, and B, it needed to be an online business, a business that I can take with me everywhere that I go, and that I did not depend it to a physical opening hours, and I did not need to depend on whether it's high season or not, because during summer you have overtime, and then during winter you have like 12 hours a week because there's no clients coming in because it's cold. So I knew online was the answer. And while I was looking for the answer to like an exact blueprint, step by step, go to GoDaddy and buy your domain. B, go to WordPress or Wix and make an account and get your website. You know, I was looking step by step how to become a successful business owner, a millionaire. And what I found was that as I keep reading this book, it was all about habits, routines, mindset. It completely changed the person that I am. As I started to read those books and apply what I was reading, I'm telling you, I completely changed my life. And not just in the professional side, but as me as a person, as a human, as a mom, as a woman, as a daughter, as a person here on this planet, I completely changed. And deciding to start my own business was the best decision that I made, not just because you know, I'm a business owner, and now I can have time freedom, schedule freedom. Like right now I'm home with my kids. You just saw my daughter walking around a few minutes ago. My boys are playing Xbox in the room, and if I can pause this video, how many times I need to pause it, take care of my babies, and still be at home in a beautiful, as you can see, this is natural light. So it's completely changed my life to decide to start my business, because I am in control. I am in control of everything, and I can choose. I have the options to choose when I sit down and work, what I do, if I need a break, if, you know, my time with my kids, everything. I am in control, and it was the best thing that happened to me. It changed me. It completely changed me. The third thing that completely changed my life was deciding to go vegan. Now it all started with everything in my life happened as an oops. Okay, I went to Virginia thinking that it was gonna be this way. Completely was a whole other shit show. I decided to start my business for this thing, but it completely changed my perspective of things. And then I decided to become vegan, but it was because I used to have this friend that she's vegan, and for years she tried to make me vegan. And then she showed me this 5-minute video, dairy is scary. And when I saw that video, I got so traumatized and petrified for what I saw, that I was like, I am never ever having dairy again in my life. It completely shook me, girl. I can leave you the link down below, because I think it's something that we all need to know. But it completely changed my life, because when I was like, okay, I'm never having dairy again, I want to know more about plant-based, I started to go like really deep. I will click this documentary, I would be like and then they will recommend you this document, and I was like, I was so in this one that I will go watch that one, and I will go so deep in that one that I will go watch the next one. And it completely changed my life, because I realized that becoming vegan is not just for the animals. Like one person one time made this stupid ass comment about, oh cool, you saved the bunny, and I'm like, yes, I saved the bunny, and that's a life that matters, but at the same time it's a lot more. Like being vegan, it's about your health, it's about other life, and it's about the environment. Like I'm not gonna go deep in that topic, but it completely changed my life and changed the way I see things, because I was realizing things that I did not know and that I was completely blindsided about. And it changed the way I see things. Again, it changed the way I want to take care of my health, my body, the planet, and it changed the way I see animals. I respect them, and I respect all life. The fourth thing that completely changed my life is spirituality. And this one is a topic that it's scary, especially from the family that I am in. My families are Christians, so for them this is like woo woo or crazy shit, like what the fuck. But again, you are talking about things that you really don't know about, and sometimes when you look for something, you just look the dark side and you don't look for the light, good side of things. And I have come to a point where it had helped me to come back to myself. It had helped me to connect with nature, with my inner spirit, soul, and it also helped me to see life and nature in a different way. But it also made me second guess everything that I got teach as a child when I was in church. And I'm in the point right now where between being vegan and spirituality, I'm in a point right now in my life where I don't ever want to go to a church again. And somebody once asked me, oh, where are you going to church? And like, when the church becomes vegan. Like that's how deep being vegan and spirituality has changed my life. Because I don't know, it's a topic that is so deep that I don't want to go there now. But spirituality had made me feel in a way that a church never made me feel. Spirituality makes me feel free, helps me be myself, and the church always like judge me, look at me weird. The church it can be a very cruel. And not just that, but the church is also cruel to the planet and to the animals. And I'm like, I find the church contradicts itself. I have to say it. And I'm not even, I don't even like a big Jesus fan anymore. Like, I respect him, and I see him as like he was a spiritual person, a holistic person. I don't see him like these big saints that everybody praise Jesus or anything like that, you know. And I don't know, church contradicts themselves. Like, I can do like a sit down video about this, like, you know, a controversial video about this, because I know this is gonna be a very controversial topic. But I don't believe in the church. I don't believe in Jesus. I'm debating God. And yeah, it completely changed my life. It changed the way I see things. And like, I have this respect for life and the planet, and I see that the church doesn't have that. So I'm like, no, I don't want to have anything to do with church or Christianity at all. They are hypocrites. I'm sorry, I said it. Okay, number 5, it's the mindset. I used to be on victim mindset, and when I started to again go to the second thing, try to create my business, I noticed and I learned that it doesn't start with going to GoDaddy and getting your domain. It starts with your mindset. And when I started to implement all this exercise and I started to change my mindset, my life changed. I became more open. Like, if you would talk to me about spirituality and chakras and stuff like that, I would be like, girl, you're crazy, you're a witch, you're gonna call the demons. And now I'm like, I go outside on the full moon, I take my crystals out, I'm all of that now. But it's because when I changed my mindset, I decided to be open to other topics. I decided to not be so judgy. I just judge the church and stuff like that, but I do it less than when I was in the church and stuff like that. And I was always on victim mood, victim mentality. Oh, it's your fault, I'm this because of you, I'm this because of you. And one example that would be, and I just came to this realization last week, my mom's situation. I talk about it on my last vlog and the Get Ready With Me, my story. But I could sit down and blame her for all the bad things that happened to me, because pretty much everything that has happened to me has been a result of her not being a mom, abandoning me, and then when I finally got back with her being the worst mom in the whole planet. And I could blame her for that. Of course, I have the right to, you know, and especially me as a mom. Now I'm like, how the hell can a mom do this to a child? I was not even into kids, okay? I was scared of myself when I got pregnant with my son, because I'm not a kids person. And I don't know, when I had my son, I completely changed. And even my family was like, I totally was scared for you. I didn't know you were gonna be this good mom. That's how I was. But motherhood changed me, and I cannot understand how a mom cannot love their child and do the things that was done to me. But my point is, when it comes to mindset and the thing number 5 is that I could hate her and blame her for all the bad things that happened to me. But the truth is that when I decided to look at the other side, I was like, you know what? I can blame her. I can blame her for my success. Because if she would have done to me the thing that she did to me when I was in Virginia, I would not have to come back to Puerto Rico, and I would be just one more girl working a 9-to-5 job or late night job, being a slave with no sleeping, 3 days of no sleeping. Literally, I would still be like so tired, skinny. People were like, oh my god, you're dying, you're so skinny. But because she did what she did, I had to come back to Puerto Rico, get my shit back together. And because I had to get my shit back together, I decided to become a business owner. I found veganism. I became vegan in Puerto Rico because of my friend. I learned spirituality on my way of veganism and healing, holistic healing and stuff like that, because my business is about wellness and health. If she wouldn't do those things to me, I wouldn't have come back to Puerto Rico, and I would not find this, and I would be the person that I always wanted to stop being. For a long time, for years and years and years, I was this person that I totally hate. I wanted to change that, but I did not know how. And I learned how to do it when I moved back to Puerto Rico. So me having to move back here teach me that everything that happened to me needed to happen, because if I hadn't moved to Virginia, I wouldn't get out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't learn that I'm actually a fighter, that I'm strong, and that I am capable of doing all of the things that I can do right now. If I hadn't struggled, if I hadn't been homeless, if I wouldn't be betrayed even by my own mom, if I wouldn't go through divorce and all these horrible things that I had to go through my life, depression, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I would not be doing what I'm doing today, and I would not find myself. I feel like I have finally found myself. I have found my purpose, and I'm living the life that I want to live. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I wouldn't work on my mindset, and I wouldn't change the way I see and think about things. I could either look at the dark side of it, like I mentioned, oh my god, all this happened to me, why me, or I could be like, I needed that, you know, I needed to be left behind, so I will have this fire inside me to be an entrepreneur, an influencer, a business owner, and get my shit together. So those are the 5 things that completely changed my life. This is how I changed my life. And yeah, I really hope you like this video. I hope it helped you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, so that way you never miss a video with me. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.